Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Izundu if you are new here, and today we're doing a get ready with me, and the reason is I want to play with some of these makeup items. Some are new to me, but nothing is like new in the makeup world. So like I just recently bought the mini star palette from Natasha Denona, and I'm super keen to try this. And then I also have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. My friend gave this to me because she didn't like it, and we're the same shade, which is 3 Neutral. So there are a couple of things that I wanted to use. What's better than a get ready with me, because I get to do my favorite thing and just talk too much. So if you're new here, buckle in. Let's do eyes. I always regret not doing eyes first, so I think it would be smart too. It's the first really cold day today. It's like 15 degrees, guys, in Sydney. It has been 15 degrees in a really long time. So I am like, I'm just doing comfort, and I haven't washed my hair, so, but we're still gonna go glam. Right, so this I am super excited to try. I wanna try and use all the shades, but we're gonna start with this transition shade, which is Bellatrix. And I'm just gonna take my BB 201 Beauty Bay. This is my first ever mini palette. I have the 5-pan, and I have the midi palettes. I have the retro, the Metropolis. I have like one of each range. You know what I really want is, I actually think it's the star palette. This is the mini star. Is it the, let me double check. The one that I want, it's like the $300 one. Not the purple or the green one, but the other big one. Oh, it is the star palette. Yeah, it's the big version of this. That's what I want. This one. It is $259. So you'd get $50 off with discount. So I'd make it like $210. So I'd need like $200 in vouchers to be able to get this, because I don't want to pay that, but I want this palette. Like, I want it. We'll work towards that, okay guys? Anyway, I've got the mini. You know, I didn't even connect the two, that I actually have the mini version of the one that I want. I just liked the looks of this one. I do have an eye primer on. I have the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer, the newer one. I just fed Muna so much food. You had avocado toast, zucchini, you ate a fig. What more do you want? You know, as soon as a baby discovers food, it's game over. I thought he'd be silent, but he just ate it all too quickly. He ate it all while I was getting ready. Okay, I just put him down to sleep. Hopefully he knocks out. He's pretty good. And we can have some mummy time, makeup time. How exciting. Okay, should we do a Natasha Denona style and do the light shimmers first? Maybe we should. Let's do this light shimmer in the first part of my eye. And we're going to have it up here. Let's just experiment. It might end up looking exactly like all my other ones, but isn't this a pretty shimmer? I mean, I knew that this was going to be good. Like, I wasn't like wanting to try this to see if it's good. I'm wanting to try this because the colors are amazing. And I just know Natasha's good for it, so there's no concern there. I'm really glad I picked this one, because I thought, for me, when I go out, I like out at night time, I do like to go quite smoky with a neutral lip, or I'll do like no eye and a bold lip. I'm kind of one or the other. If I'm like going out drinking, I'll probably do lips. Oh, it just depends on my mood, but if I'm eating, I usually do eyes, for obvious reasons. Then it's a similar kind of brush. This is the BB 205. It's still got that flatness to it, but it's a little bit more fluffy. Should I do the brown first? I might do the brown first. I'm gonna take a Morphe, no, Furless. This brand doesn't exist anymore, but it's just a smaller fluffy brush. I'm gonna take that dark brown matte. And I know that Natasha Denona is quite pigmented, so that is generally why I pick a fluffy brush, is because I want it to be softer. I don't want it to be heavily pigmented. If I did, I'd go in with a denser brush. If you don't know, I'm starting a small business and it's been taking a really long time because I've been getting samples made, but it takes like 2 weeks to make them and then 1 to 2 weeks to get here. So every time I do a sample, it takes a long time. So everything's taking a lot longer than I anticipated, but it's fine, like it's not a problem. But I got my final samples today. There were a couple little issues that my issues, not them. But I can adjust those with no issue. I don't need to get any more samples. It was just like very minor things. So basically I have my first collection of product. I'll link my Instagram down below. I think I'm now at the stage where I'm gonna get a website because I have the samples to upload photos and information and everything. So I think I'm gonna do that. That's my next step. And learn how to use like the printing, shipping. I need to learn everything, but I'm so excited. Everything looks so good and I'm getting really, really excited. So the brand is called Fetch. It's Fetch bags, but they're not like handbags. They're like, I'm just gonna say it now because the moment has come. They are like shopping bags, like foldable shopping bags. So you know when you go to like Woolies or Coles, you got those big bulky bags? These are foldable, but they're big. So they're for grocery shopping. It has changed my life. This is my handbag, right? This is what I use. It's just like a very simple bag. And I can fit 5 in my handbag to do all my food grocery shopping with. It's revolutionary in my opinion, because I hate those Woolies bags. They're so gross and bulky. Ugh. Mine you can wash, you can iron. I garment steamed mine for photos. They are durable, they hold up to 20 kilos and they are a ripstop material, so they don't rip easily. They're a high quality. So I'm super, super excited to share that with you guys. But the difference is they're not going to be like boring, normal, everyday colors. They're going to be very bright, colorful. So it's not going to be for everyone. But my first collection, I wanted to go in with a bang, and it's very colorful. So as I go down the line, if I continue to be able to grow the business, which I hope I do, I will make more accessible colors and patterns. But I wanted to start with a bang. I'm gonna go in with this color here. I still haven't shown what it all looks like. I'm gonna put a little sneak peek on Instagram of the colors. And I'm just in love with my bags. I think they're such good quality. I'm so proud of what I've done. And I'm not a graphic designer. I have taught myself everything with the help of my friend who is a graphic designer. He helped me create the first one design and then I learnt the rest myself. So he definitely did help me in certain things, like he helped me with my logo and stuff. But as far as the business and developing my skills, I've done that all on my own and it's not been easy. I've self-taught because I just don't have the money all the time to go to school or anything like that. That looks so cool. I think when all the makeup's finished, it's gonna look sick. All right, let's go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm the shade 3. I know I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. I've got about 1.5 pumps there. I've heard such mixed things about this. Some people love it, some people hate it. But it's a matte, which is always gonna, oh, it's a strong scent. It's always gonna cause different opinions when something's matte because it just doesn't suit all skin types, and that's the reality. And also preferences, not everyone likes a full coverage matte. Me, I like all foundations, it just depends on the occasion for me. This is a tiny bit too dark, but the shade 2 looked really not right. It looked really light. I'm gonna go in with a 1/2 pump more for my forehead. But I mean, it looks good for what it's supposed to be, matte full coverage. Like it doesn't look, so far, it doesn't look too much. Then my concealer is an odd combination. I've got the Kosas and I mix it with a tiny bit of the e.l.f. because this is too light and this is too dark. When I'm just doing everyday, very light, I just wear this, but I'm gonna need a little bit of this, I think. I've been liking the combo because the e.l.f. is actually more matte and this kind of just like hydrates it a bit, makes it less intense. So I just do a tiny bit of this. That's too much. Just to brighten it up a bit. But yeah, so things are progressing with my business, and I'm just itching to start it, but I'm still learning. So it's gonna take me time before I feel like confident to make it go live. But at the same time, I'm super excited. I have lots of family and friends that are excited too. I gave my mum some of my samples and my nan, like samples that I'm not going to use because they were a bit off center, or the text was too small, things like that. So they're still good bags, but they're just not the perfect end product. And my mum, she's so funny. She's like, oh, I'm ready to review them. I'll be your first reviewer. They're amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I know they're amazing. Because I use them as well. I've been using them every time I shop. Because you can't sell a product you don't even know how it performs. Can you now? But like I said, I hate those big bulky bags. So this is a problem. This is a solution-based product for myself. But I always knew I wanted to be in business. I just wanted to find the right thing that was the right thing for me. And I feel like this is a way that I can be businessy and creative at the same time, which is what I was looking for. I wanted to create something myself. But there have been issues with China. So this is my next issue that I might be facing, is when I'm ready to order, that they might take a really long time to get here, because obviously there's the pandemic issue with shipping, cargo ships being huge delays because they weren't anticipating a boom. But also China is in lockdown in various cities, and this is why it took a long time for my initial samples to get here, the ones that I just got. My supplier, my manufacturer, kept contacting me being like, oh, it's here, this is happening, because there are multiple cities in lockdown because they're having another surge and wave in COVID cases. Like whole postal services are shutting down, causing huge delays. So obviously it's no one's fault, but yeah, that is a factor as well. So, you know, I thought you'd think after 2 years things will start settling down, but they're just not in some places. And now we've got another variant, 2.0, coming out. I was just thinking, you know, the past 2 years, if I really do look back, have been actually really stressful, in the fact that you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. And yes, I'm still very fortunate to be able to be in my home, but like giving birth and being pregnant while in a pandemic was extremely anxiety provoking and stressful. Oh, it's been a whole thing. I'm gonna use my new Hourglass translucent setting powder, the Veil. I got the travel size, but it's still a really good size, especially if dry skin you don't use a lot. I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier powder puff. The only thing with the small one is you got a small cap, but we'll make it work. So what I'm gonna do with the powder puff, it's just amazing. You just sprinkle it in. That's probably too much, but what you do is you fold it and you really get it in there so that it's evenly dispersed, right? So that's all of it there. And then you're going to, this is one of my favorite little hacks, is you press it in and it blurs. It blurs in a way that a brush cannot do. And you just pat. So if you're doing full coverage, going out, don't want your makeup to move, you want blurring, this is it. You can buy these from Mecca. I think they're about $26. And it is a really good quality powder puff. My base is like crazy flawless. I actually quite like that foundation for a full coverage. I think my makeup's looking really good. It's definitely full coverage matte, but it looks good considering. Like, it can look real cakey real quickly. We're gonna go in with my Nars cream bronzer. So as soon as I have a website, I will update it on my Instagram. I'd really appreciate it if you could support my Fetch Bags business Instagram. Even if you have no interest in purchasing, I'd really appreciate just like even a follow. Because, you know, I'm starting from scratch. I'm not gonna like be buying followers like some people do. Like, that's not my jam. And it takes a while to get your name out there as a business owner as it is. So if you want to share my profile, or I've only got a couple of pictures up there, but now I'm going to start adding more now that I have my final samples. I was just kind of waiting for this moment. Oh my God, this lays on perfectly. So yeah, I'd really appreciate a follow. Of course you do not have to, but if you like to follow small business that hasn't even started yet. I'm hoping to have it started in a month or two, but it all just depends on when I can actually get it in my house. You know, once it's arrived, then it's a go-go. I've just got to make sure I've done all my preparations beforehand. So I think getting a website is the next step. I think I'm just going to use Shopify because it's easier for shipping. And also you can link Shopify with TikTok now, which is craziness. I'm going to have to do the TikToks. It's really good for small businesses, TikTok, so I need to get on that. But everything is kind of stalled until I have the product and I'm ready to go, you know? And I have ideas for growth, but you got to start first though, you know? All right, for blush, I wanted to keep it really neutral. I've got the, should I just keep that as bronzer? Yeah, I don't think I need a powder bronzer. I think that actually looks really good. I don't want to go too heavy because I've got a heavy eye. I've got my Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur in the shade Blurred Buff, and it's a really nice neutral. And I've got my, Beauty Bay. BH Cosmetics, this is from the Marble collection. I don't know the number. See, it looks like it's a bronzer shade, but when you put it on, it actually is a blush. It's so nice. They should have made these permanent. They're so nice. I used to sell this to so many people who wanted a blush that didn't look like pink. Like they wanted a really natural looking blush. This is what I would sell them. And they will go wild for it. Because it gives you color without looking like you've got pink cheeks. I feel like the Patrick Tar So LA is like the new version of this, which I want, of course. Add it to the list, Samantha. Highlighter, I have my Mecca Cosmetica Enlightened Lit From Within Illuminating Balm. Longest title in the whole wide world. I just use my finger with this. Because it is a balm, I don't want to like pick the makeup up. But I think it's just going to bring a little bit of moisture back to my face. Alright, I'm going to finish my eyes off camera. Waterline, let's do the waterline now with the Melt eyeliner in 420. It's a green, like a teal, which I thought would be nice. And then I'm going to do brown on the top, which is also Melt. This is the shade Columbia. Did you see that disaster I had with the mascara? I literally stabbed my eye. So I have a liquid lipstick that I'm hoping is gonna work. It might wash me out a bit, but I really just want to try it. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick in Noodie Patootie. Make Me Up Missa made me buy this. It's discontinued, but I found it on Catch. So I'm going to swatch it, and then I'm going to put the two lip liners that I chose next to it. It's just like a super like nude, cool, well that might work. I've got the Melt in Foxy, and then I've got the Morphe in Honeymoon. I think the Foxy is a better option. It's just that little bit more cooler. So let's do that. And we're going full glam, so I thought this was the moment. And I have not used it yet. Nothing like a matte foundation to realize where your wrinkles are starting to come in, hey? Can you hear Muna? He's in his cot and he's being like, hey, Mum, come get me. Hey, hey. I'm almost done, darling. I'm almost done. Oh my God, this is real cool tone. Ooh. Definitely not with this eye look. I thought it might have worked, but I think this would sit more of a purple blue look. I just killed the whole look. Didn't I? I did. You know what would be nice? Maybe a little bit, I might tap a little bit of this on it once it's dry. What I might go do is get my nude sticks all over color, because that I can put on my lips. We're almost there for a perfect look, weren't we? So this is the shade Sunkiss. It's just a mini, and I might put it on the back of my hand to warm it up. That's better. I don't want to put too much product on my lips. Oh, I'm starting to get cakey. There's a lot of matte going on my face. Thank God I used some cream products, otherwise I'd be a little bit crispy. But that completes the video. Let me know your thoughts down below of your favorite makeup. That's better. Yeah, I'm just gonna like clean the house looking super glam and super fresh and super fine. So, and I thank you for listening and supporting and sharing with me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.